Happy Sunday to you, here with Chico in the garden, and I want to show you something because you might have seen that I've had trouble in the past and still a little bit today talking about the S word, sex, in public, and I've been using inspirACTION to get through some of this stuff. So ask and you receive works, you know, because I made that video. I've done a couple of things since then as well. I'll put some links under this video. Anyway, long story short, a very good friend of mine who shall remain nameless and who I am extremely grateful for so many things, she came round and gave me a huge pile of books. All about, you guessed it. So I thought I'd show you what she gave me, and I'm going to read as many of these as I can before I leave France, because I can't travel with tons of books, but I have time to read here. We have Emotional Intelligence, Why It Can Matter More Than IQ, Love, which is a novel all about an exotic, erotic expedition to the frontiers of ecstasy. Okay. We have The Road Less Traveled, A New Psychology of Love, Traditional Values and Spiritual Growth, Men Who Can't Be Faithful, The Ultimate Guide to Men's Infidelity. Makes it sound like a travel guide. How to Make Love to a Man by Alexandra Penny. The Sexiest Book of the Year. This is more of a personal development book. Unlimited Power by Anthony Robbins. And check out how young he looks. How funny is that? Dr. Love. So this book answers the question, what does a man want and how much? If you feel something, let people know that you feel. Love is like a mirror. When you love another, you become his mirror and he becomes yours. Real love always creates, it never destroys. Live now. When you are eating, eat. When you are loving, love. When you are talking with someone, talk. When you are looking at a flower, look. Catch the beauty of the moment. One does not fall in or out of love. One grows in love. Love is open arms. If you close your arms about love, you will find that you are left holding only yourself. All We Know of Heaven, One Long Love Scene, Forbidden Flowers, Women's Sexual Fantasy, Men's Sexual Fantasies, The Triumph of Love Over Rage, Healing the Pain, and Rebuilding Trust When a Partner Has Been Unfaithful, After the Affair, Your Sex Drive, How to Understand and Really Enjoy the Urge to Make Love. So some of these books you're probably thinking look a little bit cheesy and, you know, retro 80s style. But the thing is, nothing much has really changed since then, so I'm going to read them because, you know, it's still relevant. The Sensuous Couple by the mysterious Dr. C. Height report on male sexuality, and it's pretty big. Over 7,000 men ages 13 to 97 speak out about what they think of women as wives, lovers and friends. Wow, 7,000, that's a lot of guys. What do women want? The hilarious, sexy new novel by the author of Love Kills. I think you're going to like this one. It says at the top, even Freud couldn't figure it out, but one very frantic guy will do anything to answer the question of the century. Erroneous zones, I guess that's a joke. Not erogenous. So it's more of a personal development book. Women's Sexual Fantasies. So, as you can see, I have more than enough books to be reading in 2014. Well, I will read other books as well. But the funny thing is, I used to read a lot, then I studied literature as part of my degree. University, started to hate reading because I had to do so much of it and stopped for a few years. But I do read a lot now, and I've bought 2 books in that whole time. Out of probably 300 books, I've bought 2 on. One was on sex and one was on relationships, but it was more about the relationship we have with ourselves. And I didn't read the book about the sex for 2 years. I only bought it because it was part of a set, and I read all the other ones and I completely ignored the sex and relationships book. So the universe has a good sense of humor. Here I find myself with an entire library of books about sex and love and relationships. So I am now going to be very knowledgeable about this, and I shall be sharing any big ahas and insights I have with you, of course, on YouTube.